Have you ever wondered how different human species managed to coexist in the past? It's a question that takes us on a journey back in time, to an era when the Earth was home to more than just Homo sapiens. Picture this: our planet, teeming with life, vibrant and wild. But amongst the multitude of species, there were several that stood out. These were human species, much like us, but also distinctly different. The Neanderthals, the Denisovans, and of course, us, the Homo sapiens. Each unique, each with their own strengths, weaknesses, cultures, and ways of life. Yet, these species were not isolated from one another. Our ancestors did not live in a world divided by species or race. Instead, they shared the same lands, the same resources, and in some cases, even the same families. Take, for instance, the Neanderthals. These robust and hardy humans lived alongside Homo sapiens in Europe and Western Asia for thousands of years. They hunted the same mammoths, gathered the same berries, and sought shelter in the same caves. Then there were the Denisovans, a species known more through their genetic legacy than any tangible archaeological evidence. They inhabited vast regions of Asia, overlapping with both Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. And amidst these other species were us, Homo sapiens. We were not the strongest or the fastest or even the most numerous, but we were innovative, adaptive, and capable of forming complex social structures. But how did these species manage to coexist? How did they navigate the challenges of competition and the inevitability of conflict? How did they share the Earth, a world as diverse and complex as the species that inhabited it? These are questions that have intrigued scientists for decades, and the answers are as fascinating as they are illuminating. They tell a story of survival, adaptation, and the innate human ability to find common ground amidst diversity. In a world filled with various human species, coexistence wasn't a choice but a necessity. It was a reality of life, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of our ancestors. And it's a story that we're just beginning to uncover. Imagine a world where Homo sapiens and Neanderthals shared the same landscapes. Around 40,000 years ago, this wasn't mere imagination, but stark reality. Two distinct species of humans, Homo sapiens, that's us, and Neanderthals, cohabited the same regions, especially in Eurasia. It was a time when the world wasn't owned by a singular kind of human, but a melting pot of diverse human species, each with their unique traits and abilities. These two species didn't just share landscapes, they shared lives. Evidence suggests that Homo sapiens and Neanderthals interacted, learnt from each other, and yes, even interbred. Picture this: two different species of humans, so distinct yet so similar, navigating the same world, learning to live with each other, and even creating new life together. It's a fascinating tale of coexistence, isn't it? Let's dive a bit deeper into this interbreeding aspect. It's not a speculative theory, but a fact backed by solid genetic evidence. Most people of non-African descent have around 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA in them. This genetic mixing wasn't a one-time event, but occurred several times over thousands of years. It's a clear sign that Homo sapiens and Neanderthals didn't just coexist geographically, they were biologically intertwined. But it wasn't just about sharing genes. The two species also exchanged cultural practices. Just like we learn from each other today, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals learned from each other back then. Artifacts unearthed from archaeological sites suggest that Neanderthals might have adopted some tools and techniques from Homo sapiens. And who knows, maybe we borrowed a trick or two from them as well. The relationship between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals wasn't a simple, one-dimensional interaction. It was a complex, multi-layered relationship, a dance of two species learning to coexist, compete, cooperate, and even co-create. It was a relationship that shaped the course of human evolution and left an indelible mark on our genetic makeup. But why does this matter? Why should we care about a species that vanished from the face of the Earth over 30,000 years ago? Well, understanding our past is key to understanding ourselves. By studying the coexistence of Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, we get a glimpse into our own capacity for adaptation, learning, and cohabitation. It reminds us that we are not alone in our journey through time, that we have always been part of a larger, interconnected web of life. The relationship between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals was complex and layered, a testament to the intricacies of coexistence. The Denisovans, a species less known, yet they walked the earth with us. These elusive hominins, named after the Siberian cave where their remains were first found, have been a source of intrigue and mystery for anthropologists worldwide. The Denisovans were discovered relatively recently, in 2008, when a tiny fragment of a finger bone was unearthed in Denisova cave. DNA analysis of this bone revealed a genetic profile distinct from both modern humans and Neanderthals, marking the first identification of the Denisovans. And it wasn't just a finger bone that told us about these mysterious beings. Scientists also found a monstrous molar in the same cave, so large that it dwarfed the teeth of Neanderthals and modern humans. This hinted at the Denisovans being robust and potentially larger than their hominin relatives. But perhaps what's most fascinating is that these beings didn't exist in isolation. They shared the planet with us, Homo sapiens, and with Neanderthals. The Denisovans, Neanderthals, and us, we were all contemporaries, cohabiting the Earth for tens of thousands of years. And it wasn't just our living spaces that overlapped. Genetic evidence points to instances of interbreeding between these species. Yes, you heard right, interbreeding. The Denisovans didn't just coexist with us, they became part of us. Today, the genetic legacy of the Denisovans is still alive in modern humans. Around 5% of the DNA of Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians, and up to 6% in some Pacific Islanders, is Denisovan. And it's not just about the percentage of DNA, it's about what that DNA does. Some Denisovan genes have been linked to a boosted immune system, and intriguingly, to high-altitude adaptation. The latter is particularly evident in the Tibetan population, where a Denisovan gene helps them survive in low-oxygen environments. So, while we may not have physical records of sophisticated Denisovan tools or art, we carry with us something far more intimate. Their DNA, their legacy, is woven into the very fabric of our being. The Denisovans, like the Neanderthals, were not a failed evolutionary experiment, nor were they an inferior species outcompeted by us. They were our equals, our kin, our mysterious co-inhabitants. They were part of the rich tapestry of hominin diversity that once graced this planet. The Denisovans, shadowy figures in human prehistory, yet they played a significant role in shaping our genetic heritage. Their story is a testament to the complexity and interconnectedness of human evolution. And as we continue to uncover more about our prehistoric past, we continue to learn more about ourselves. How did the dynamics of coexistence evolve over time? As we delve into the annals of history, we find ourselves confronted with a fascinating question. How did the interactions between different human species evolve? And what led Homo sapiens, our own species, to become the dominant one? To answer this, we need to travel back in time, to the era when Homo sapiens shared the Earth with other human species like Neanderthals and Denisovans. It's believed that these species interacted and even interbred, resulting in a complex web of relationships. Over time, these interactions evolved from simple coexistence to more nuanced dynamics. Changes in climate, environment, and resources played significant roles in shaping these dynamics. Imagine a time when the world was a vast, untamed wilderness. Survival was a constant battle against the elements, against predators, and sometimes against each other. In such a world, cooperation could mean the difference between life and death. Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans might have formed alliances, shared knowledge, and learned from each other. They might have traded tools, helped each other in hunting, or shared the secret of fire. However, competition was also a part of this coexistence. As resources became scarce, conflicts might have arisen. These could have led to fights, territorial disputes, or even wars. And yet, despite the conflicts, Homo sapiens thrived. But why? What made our species different? One theory suggests that it was our capacity for innovation. Homo sapiens were adept at creating tools, mastering fire, and developing complex language. This allowed them to adapt to changing environments and overcome challenges that other species could not. Another theory posits that it was our social nature that gave us the edge. Homo sapiens were highly social beings who lived in large groups. They developed complex social structures, which enabled them to cooperate, share knowledge, and support each other in times of need. Perhaps it was a combination of these factors that led to Homo sapiens becoming the dominant species. Maybe it was our ability to innovate, coupled with our social nature, that allowed us to outlast our hominid cousins. But whatever the reason, one thing is clear. The survival of Homo sapiens wasn't just about competition. It was also about cooperation. It was about learning from each other, helping each other, and forming alliances. It was about coexistence. And so, as we look back at our evolutionary history, we see a story not just of survival, but also of coexistence. We see a tale of different human species interacting, competing, cooperating, and ultimately shaping the world as we know it today. The survival of Homo sapiens wasn't just a triumph of one species, but a testament to the power of coexistence. What led to the end of this diverse human world? Our planet was once a tapestry of human diversity, where Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans coexisted, each contributing their unique threads to the weave of humanity. But around 40,000 years ago, the pattern began to change drastically. The vibrant diversity of human species started to fade, and eventually Homo sapiens stood alone. The extinction of the Neanderthals, our closest relatives, is a subject of intense scientific debate. Some theories suggest that Homo sapiens outcompeted the Neanderthals for resources. We were more efficient hunters and gatherers, and our social structures and communication skills might have given us an edge. Other theories propose that interbreeding diluted Neanderthal genes until they were absorbed into the Homo sapien gene pool. The Denisovans, too, met a similar fate. Their genetic footprint is found today in the DNA of some modern humans, particularly those of East Asian and Oceanic descent. But why did they disappear? Again, competition with Homo sapiens is a likely factor. Homo sapiens could have been more adaptable to changing environments, or perhaps more resistant to diseases. But it's not all about competition. Some researchers propose that climatic changes played a pivotal role in these extinctions. As the Earth's climate fluctuated, habitats changed and food sources became scarce. This might have been the final blow for our fellow human species, already grappling with other challenges. Yet, we must not forget that these species were not mere footnotes to our story. They were complex and intelligent beings with their own cultures, technologies, and ways of life. Their extinction was not inevitable, but a consequence of a multitude of factors, many still shrouded in the mists of prehistory. The disappearance of our fellow human species marks a significant yet tragic milestone in our evolutionary journey. Their loss reminds us of the fragility of existence and the profound impact we can have on the world and its inhabitants. It is a sobering lesson from our past and a warning for our future. What can these ancient stories of coexistence teach us today? As we navigate the intricate labyrinth of past human species coexistence, we discover nuggets of wisdom etched in the annals of time. These tales of our ancestors, Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and the enigmatic Denisovans, serve as a mirror reflecting the essence of survival, diversity, and cooperation. Just as a tapestry is woven from threads of different colors, our survival as a species has been a rich weave of diverse genetic makeup, cultures, and perspectives. The coexistence of different human species in the past underscores the integral role of diversity in our evolution. It's a testament to the fact that our differences don't weaken us, they enrich us, making us resilient and adaptable. But diversity alone isn't the key to survival. The cog that sets the wheel of evolution in motion is cooperation. Look back at our ancestors. Their survival wasn't a solitary endeavor. It was a collective effort, a symphony of minds and hands working together. From hunting mammoths to building shelters, cooperation was their lifeline. It was the glue that held them together, the bridge that connected their diversities. In the grand tapestry of human evolution, each species, each individual, was a thread. Some threads were short-lived, others spanned millennia, but each contributed to the overall pattern. This is the essence of coexistence. It's not about outlasting each other, it's about contributing to the collective story. So as we stand at the crossroads of the present, peering into the future, let's remember the lessons from our past. Let's embrace diversity, not as a challenge, but as an opportunity for growth. Let's foster cooperation, not out of necessity, but out of a conscious choice to build a resilient, adaptable community. The past holds valuable lessons, reminding us that coexistence isn't just a concept, but a powerful survival strategy. What does the future hold for human coexistence? As we look ahead, we are faced with new challenges that will test our ability to coexist. Climate change, population growth, and technological advancements are just a few of these obstacles. Each of these elements presents a unique set of difficulties that will require innovative solutions and the necessity for us to adapt and evolve as a species. Climate change, with its rising temperatures and unpredictable weather patterns, threatens our natural resources and habitats. It forces us to reconsider how we live, work, and interact with the world around us. The need for sustainable living and renewable energy sources is more important than ever if we are to continue to coexist on this planet. Population growth, on the other hand, puts a strain on the planet's resources. Our ability to coexist will depend on our ability to manage this growth in a sustainable and equitable way. We must ensure that everyone has access to the resources they need to survive and thrive, while also preserving the planet for future generations. Technological advancements present a different kind of challenge. While they have the potential to improve our lives and make our societies more efficient, they also come with a set of ethical and societal questions. How do we ensure that technology serves us rather than controls us? How do we use it to foster unity and coexistence rather than division and conflict? These are just a few of the questions we must grapple with as we navigate the future of human coexistence. It's a future that is uncertain and fraught with challenges, but it's also one filled with potential. As a species, we've proven time and time again that we're capable of incredible adaptability and resilience. The future of human coexistence hinges on our ability to learn from the past and adapt to the challenges of the future. It's a journey that we're all a part of, and one that will define us as a species. So, let's embark on this journey together and shape a future that we can all be proud of. In this journey through time, we've uncovered fascinating stories of human coexistence. Our saga began with the dawn of species coexistence, setting the stage for the intricate dance of survival and growth. We've delved into the tale of two species, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, shedding light on the complexities of their relationships. Our exploration continued with the Denisovans, those mysterious co-inhabitants whose existence still puzzles many. We then charted the evolution of coexistence, tracing the ebb and flow of interspecies interaction over millennia. The end of multiple human species marked a poignant chapter in our narrative, leading us to reflect on the lessons from the past. These lessons, drawn from the depths of our shared history, provide invaluable insights into the future of human coexistence. They remind us of our shared heritage, our collective triumphs and tribulations, and our intertwined destinies. As we stand as the last human species, the stories of our ancient coexistence serve as powerful reminders of our shared history and collective destiny.